Hello everyone and welcome to NEET Mentor. Regarding NEET PG 2022 application form edit window, the application form edit window uh, for documents particularly is still available, and the date got extended as per the notice on 30th of April. The last date is of 4th of May, means you still have 2 days, and there were some confusion queries regarding edit window, so I'm gonna clear all the queries in this video. You should subscribe this channel, because this channel will be your pal until your seat allotment, because we will be covering all the counseling related updates and all the notifications, strategies, all planning, paid guidance and all such things. So there is a process to edit the document. First you have to log in to the application form with your credentials, username, password, and then go to application form link on the top right corner. Then click on save and next, and then you will be reaching to the last tab where you need to upload your documents. You have already uploaded your documents, but in case the documents are not uploaded in correct specification, I will also tell you what is the correct specification, and it's not from my side, it's already given in the prospectus. Then first you have to upload the correct image, and before that you need to identify the rectification, what correction is required. Please don't click on the submit button. Once you do the submit, it won't allow you to upload again. Without uploading the images, if you click on submit, it means the system doesn't allow you to submit once again. So it's one time only. So you have to upload the images, or and you need to click on preview to verify that image is uploaded correctly, and then submit. So that completes your edit window process. There are some queries we received. They will notifying you through email in case you are required to correct your images or any correction is required. What if email is not received? In that case there is no correction required, but you have to I'll suggest you to log in once and check if any correction is required over there, or you can check with the specification whether you have uploaded correctly, because if anything is wrong and they miss to email you, then you have the window to edit it. Email received to correct the documents. If you receive the email to upload the documents once again, then you have to follow this process to edit it. In case you have submitted, because I received a query that I have mistakenly clicked on submit button without uploading the correct images, and now it is not allowing me to submit on edit once again. Means my image is submitted but I can't edit again. So that's the problem. This is it should be done very carefully, because it's one time process. They won't give you update option again, but you can contact NBE for such cases. You can write an email, you can try contacting them, so that at a later point of time, if they say that you didn't upload the correct images, you can give the reference that I had mail but you didn't reply. After submission also, there are candidates who received an email that correction is pending. In that case, it might be server issue, because you have done the correction within the defined time frame, and still they are asking you to correct the images. But if you go to correct the images, the edit window is already closed for you. It means the edit option is not available. In that case also, you can contact NBE. Now let's talk about some specifications about because there are 4 options. You can edit photograph, webcam photograph, or live photograph, thumb impression, and signature. These are the 4 documents which they ask you to upload, and you need to upload with the correct specification. Now let's learn what is the correct specification. So regarding photograph, the photograph should be in this proportion. The width should be 35 mm and height 45 mm. 70 to 80% of the height of the photograph should be covering, means 70 to 80% of the height of the photograph should be covering your face. there is another option of real-time photograph, that is through webcam. So you can go through the specification, you can click your photograph. So for that they have given all the specifications, what camera you should use. Camera should be 5 megapixel plus resolution, which ideally every camera comes in your smartphone. So that's how you need to crop the images. If you're not very handy to use laptop or PC to do these things, you can reach nearby cyber cafe and they can get their help. Okay, they will do it properly. The size of the image should be less than 80 KB. Size of the image can be clicked, right click, and you can go to the properties to know the size and aspect ratio also. You can also scan the photo in this proportion 35 mm by 45 mm, and you should use your recent photograph within 6 months of online application. It should be in JPG or JPEG format. And size should be less than 80 KB. Okay, these are the specifications. Photograph is in color with white background. Your face is clearly visible. The size of the image should be less than 80 KB. It's in JPG format. Image should not be blurred in the process of editing. If you find blurred image, then you should take the photograph once again, because it might result in rejection of the application. Okay, and make sure that your face takes up at least 70 to 80% of the frame of the space. Signature. There are two ways you can use your either digital device to directly take the image, or you can scan the signature. So these two processes are explained over here. You can also do sign on paper, and it should be horizontally, and you can take photograph and then you can crop it. The size should be 20 to 100 KB, and while cropping you should not disturb or distort the image. Should maintain the aspect ratio. Aspect ratio is nothing but the proportion of the image. You can also scan the image, sign using blue or black color pen, not any other color. The format of the image should be JPG or JPEG. Okay, thumb impression. You should draw the thumb impression with the blue or black color in the pink ink pad, and it should be your left thumb impression on ink pad, and take a horizontal print of your thumb impression. Do not press too much or use it multiple times. Or you can also take photograph and crop it with proportion is maintained or aspect ratio is maintained. Size should be less than 80 KB. And you can see the clear cut instruction here. The cropped image, which is not acceptable and which is acceptable. So you should be covering your shoulder and your face part, or upper hair portion should not be cropped. So left is incorrect and right is correct. It should be correctly visible, and it should be front face looking, not sideways. Should not be black and white photograph. Should not be in the improper lighting condition, and photo taken with mobile phone includes, it should not be selfie. Okay, distortion, then it will be rejected. Improper background or sunglasses are not acceptable. Too much of glare, okay, that's also not acceptable. And spectacle rim over eyes, that you can check your photograph. Instruction for acceptable signature. So you can see left side is not acceptable, because signature is not in rectangle box, it is square, it should be in rectangular box. And signature should be full, not GDS like that. And initials are not acceptable. Okay, you have to do the like full name, and it should not be in capital. Okay, and the signature smaller in size instead of the box or entire page is not acceptable. So these are the uh, comparison they have given where you have done the mistakes. Signature should not be not taken in plain white background is not acceptable. It should not be in lining background. Okay, signature and thumb impression in same box is not acceptable, and signature on dark background is also not acceptable. It should be a white page. Signature should be horizontal, not on crossing the rectangle box. Signature should not be in other than blue or black color pen. You should not exchange signature with your photograph or thumb impression with your signature like that. This thumb impression should not be in red color. Okay, so they have mentioned all the options where you can do mistake and then you can correct it. Thumb impression which is not clear is not acceptable, so you have to use 5 megapixel camera at least. Okay, so these are the mistakes and their correction. I hope it is clear that where you need to do the correction and how you need to identify your correction and how you can rectify it. So this is your last chance, and do it correctly. Take your time, make sure that you have the right file, upload, preview it, and then only submit. If you submit, then you are not you won't be allowed to submit once again. Okay, so that's it from my side. If you have any issue, you can text us on the WhatsApp number 9319128677. Thanks for watching.